Next, monsoon comfort. Not removing export curbs now would cause unmanageable problems for of plenty in rice and sugar down the line. So here again regarding the increased average rainfall, जो अभी currently देखी है इंडिया ने, so that led to the loosening of the anti-inflationary restrictions जो already लगी हुई थी. और अगस्त 29 को भी जो बैन था ऑन शुगर मिल्स टू प्रोड्यूस एथेनॉल डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम केन जूस सिरप और इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज बी हेवी मोलासिस that also was lifted by the government. So again, this is regarding the food and fuel equation, कि how we can balance it, and the uh, Food Corporation of India stocks for ethanol production also after they were barred since July 2023. तो उनको भी अलाउ कर दिया गया है मिल्स एंड डिस्टिलरीज को. फर्दर ये गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज में चेंज दिखाते हैं कि द गवर्नमेंट कंफर्ट vis-a-vis the domestic availability of sugar and rice for human consumption as well as biofuel production. But again now, since the exports, there have been export curbs here, तो इसकी वजह से there can be increase in quantities. और फिर ये unmanageable problems create होंगे due to the plenty of rice and sugar down the line. Similarly, export ban जो है on onions and stock holding limits on pulses. So these should go at the earliest as farmers have significantly expanded acreages under these crops. This time in response to both good rain and prices. So यहाँ पे it is important to change the policy side by side according to the production. और यहाँ पे shifting gears in anticipation of evolving supply situation that government must take care of, or trade policy that should not be skewed in favor of consumers. Farmers should also benefit as much as the consumers, as biased against the producers. तो familiar cobweb model की जब हम बात करते हैं, तो जो ये it results in periods of low supply with high prices being followed by that of high supply, जो कि अभी currently देखा जा सकता है, with low prices. So इससे whose effects are accentuated by the clamping of export and stock controls during the former and no action in the latter event. तो गवर्नमेंट शुड बी इक्वली वॉचफुल ऑफ प्राइस कोलैप्सेस जितना कि इन्फ्लेशन का ध्यान रखता है. तो बैलेंस्ड अप्रोच एंड जो ट्रेड पॉलिसी इट मस्ट बी स्क्यूड. दैट आर द मेजर लर्निंग्स दैट वी कैन टेक अप फ्रॉम दिस आर्टिकल. नेक्स्ट, प्लान फॉर द फार्म्स. तो अगेन दिस इज रिगार्डिंग एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर इटसेल्फ कि इंडिया के लिए कितना ज्यादा ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड हियर इट इज मेनली रिगार्डिंग द डिजिटाइजेशन. जब हम ई टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करते हैं कि हाउ दैट विल बेनिफिट द फार्मर्स मेजरली. When we talk about the infrastructural investment, agricultural infrastructure investment, so the rupees 2,800 crore digital agriculture mission, it seeks to create robust digital public infrastructure in the agriculture sector जिससे कि data और information about farmlands, crop yields, even about fertilizers, क्या क्या pesticides use हो रहे हैं, all these data, it must all be integrated together so as to have a better production, transport, and even storage or marketing maybe. So some informations are mentioned here regarding the digital agriculture mission. जब हम DPI की भी बात करते हैं तो similar to other sectors में भी है ये, जैसे कि जब हम आधार की बात करते हैं उससे लिंक करना, जनधन आधार, और जैम ट्रिनिटी की हम बात करते हैं आधार एंड मोबाइल, हाउ वी आर लिंकिंग द नंबर मोबाइल नंबर विद ऑल दी डॉक्यूमेंट्स, ई साइन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिग्नेचर सर्विस, unified payment interface, and now we just now talked about the ULI, that is the lending interface for credit. So these are all the major steps, initiatives that are taken by the government. तो जो डिजिटल एग्रीकल्चर मिशन है इसके अंदर एग्री स्टैक की हम बात करते हैं, कृषि डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम DDS एंड सॉइल प्रोफाइल मैप्स. तो ये जो भी कंपोनेंट्स है ये सारे फार्मर्स की एक्सेस को और उनकी नॉलेज को और ज्यादा अवेल करेंगे. तो दे विल बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल हियर. और एक टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड इकोसिस्टम क्रिएट करने की बात हो रही है that is the Digital General Crop Estimation Survey. तो ये accurate estimates provide करेगा of the agricultural production. जैसे when we talk about oil, कि उनमें कितना प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, क्या है, एंड इवन पल्सेस के रिगार्डिंग भी रिसेंटली वी सॉ द चैलेंजेस के रिगार्डिंग द प्रोडक्शन एंड अगेन द एक्सपोर्ट इम्पोर्ट का जो सिचुएशन था जिसमें देयर वर वेरी फ्लक्चुएशन. तो इस सिचुएशन को ये प्रिवेंट करेगा, दैट इज बेटर डेटा मैनेजमेंट. तो दे बिकम इम्पोर्टेंट है. अब इसके थ्री मेन पिलर्स क्या हैं? तो फर्स्ट इज एग्री स्टैक. अगेन ये फार्मर सेंट्रिक है डीपीआई, और इसमें थ्री फाउंडेशनल सेक्टर रजिस्ट्रीज होती हैं. फार्मर की रजिस्ट्री, जियो रेफरेंस विलेज मैप्स, और जो क्रॉप सोन है उसकी भी रजिस्ट्री. तो दीज आर द मेजर थ्री एरियाज दैट आर हियर. तो यहाँ पे अगेन इसको एक्सपैंड करने की बात हो रही है टू ऑल दी अदर एरियाज एज वेल. And then we talk about the next is Krishi DSS, that is Krishi Decision Support System. तो as the name suggests, comprehensive है geospatial system. तो ये unify करेगा remote sensing based information on crops, soil, weather और जो water resources है. तो again यहाँ पे environment का भी integration यहाँ पे देखा जा रहा है. And soil profile maps, तो ये दिस विल असेस द सॉइल हेल्थ की जब हम बात करते हैं कि क्या उसकी प्रोडक्टिविटी है, वेदर इट इज फर्टाइल एंड क्या क्या न्यूट्रिएंट्स है. जब हम बात करते हैं फर्टिलाइजर्स की भी, तो एनपीके दैट आर द मेजर, जैसे कि नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फोरस एंड पोटेशियम, दीज आर द मेजर थ्री न्यूट्रिएंट्स दैट आर रिक्वायर्ड बाय द सॉइल. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू द सॉइल हेल्थ एंड जो न्यूट्रिशनल डेफिशिएंसी है उसके अकॉर्डिंग इट मस्ट बी सोन. तो लेवल ऑफ the proportions of the elements and the specific fertilizers, that also is an important task here. और DGCS की जब हमने बात करी, that will link the crop insurance, credit card link crop loans, etc. तो digital general crop estimation survey, this is mainly based on the data. तो consolidated database होएगा on single platform, ताकि multiple databases की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़े. अब एक्यूरेसी और एक्यूरेट पिक्चर ये असेस करना बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड ऑल्सो क्रॉप हेल्थ को आइडेंटिफाई करना कि व्हाट इज द स्टेटस ऑफ द एक्चुअल क्रॉप, उसके अकॉर्डिंग प्राइसिंग मैकेनिज्म, द क्वालिटी, न्यूट्रिशनल डेफिशिएंसी ना हो, इस सब का ध्यान रखना इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड ऑल्सो फार्मर्स आईडी, again jam trinity कहाँ पे intervention we can see. तो major reforms in the agricultural sector. And recently जो हमने major challenges देखे थे agriculture के regarding, तो apart from the general productivity we talk about कि जो investment है that is more of subsidy oriented, subsidy regarding crops etc. लेकिन it is not regarding the infrastructural development in terms of agriculture. तो उसके लिए हमने agricultural infrastructure fund की भी बात करी, that was recently introduced and increase, special allocation was given there. Next, so this is this regarding name and story of Cuttack's Ravenshaw College. So as the name suggests, so this college was founded in 1868. So Odisha's first university, Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, it's starting functioning as a portion of Ravenshaw College in Cuttack. So here this is regarding the change in name. क्योंकि British colonial administrator after whom it was named was in charge during the catastrophic famine of 1866, in which more than 1 million people they perished. यहाँ पे नेम चेंज करने की बात हो. Next, total to invest $444 million JV with Adani. तो green venture, Adani Green, Adani Renewable Energy, 64 in total. Energy is Renewable Singapore from a new JV. This is joint venture with the company. So affiliates of French oil major Total Energies. So again, offshore sites will be, there is investments that are taking place, offshore investments. FDI की जब हम बात करते हैं, इंटीग्रेशन जॉइंट वेंचर्स की बात करते हैं, तो इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर इंडियाज GDP ग्रोथ. Next, twin attack on SEBI chief. So, Butch accused of corruption, biased by Z promoter. Then we have ICICI Bank refutes Congress charges on salary. तो कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस की जो हम बात करते हैं एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द रोल ऑफ द रेगुलेटरी इंस्टीट्यूशन दैट इज सिक्योरिटीज एंड एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया तो हाउ आर दे बीइंग मैनेज्ड हाउ द डिसीजंस आर बीइंग टेकन प्लेस कितनी ट्रांसपेरेंसी है कितनी अकाउंटेबिलिटी है दैट बिकम्स इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे जो जी का केस है चंद्र क्लेम्स बुश वाज बिहाइंड द सस्टेन्ड कैंपेन अगेंस्ट द ग्रुप Next, farm sector gets 14,000 crore push. Digital mission approved. तो again digital agricultural mission की जब हम बात करते हैं continuing on the following lines कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र natural resource management they have been provided a significant amount तो sustainable development of horticulture again agriculture की जब हम बात करते हैं तो horticulture is one of the major areas here जहाँ पे there is a huge scope of enhancement किसान की पहचान तो 7 स्कीम्स और आउटलेट्स की यहाँ पे बात हो रही है क्रॉप साइंस फॉर फूड एंड न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द जन पोषण केंद्र तो स्पेसिफिकली न्यूट्रिशन के ऊपर फोकस करना एग्रीकल्चरल एजुकेशन एंड मैनेजमेंट अगेन देयर इंटीग्रेशन विद द सोशल साइंसेस सस्टेनेबल लाइफ स्टॉक फिर हॉर्टिकल्चर और कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र जो हम रिसर्च की बात करते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर इटसेल्फ जैसे कि नेशनल पेस्ट सर्वेलेंस की जब हम बात करते हैं विच रिसेंटली वाज एन इनिशिएटिव टू असेस कि कितना के व्हाट आर द न्यू काइंड ऑफ पेस्ट एटसेट्रा एंड उनको उनसे कैसे डील कर सकते हैं फर्दर व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट द रिसर्च एटसेट्रा तो उसमें वी कैन आल्सो टॉक अबाउट द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चरल सेटअप जैसे कि पीएम कुसुम so that is integration of the solar rooftop
And
schemes
also,
on
government
the
also introduced the Clean Plant Development Scheme to increase the
hmm,
output in the horticulture sector. And this fruits software is also important. Is the Fruits Farmer Registration Unified Beneficiary Information System would be there. It is being used in Karnataka, so they can access the benefits of schemes. There's more digitization, we can say. So overall, this will help in terms of making the agriculture sector in India more productive. It would become more scientific and more efficient at the same time, and again more climate resilient as well. So better planning in terms of the transformation in the cropping pattern, and that too even region specific. So we can say hyper localization of data is the approach, and farmer centric approach is being adopted.
hmm. According to the estimates there are 140 million farmers in the country and of them 30 to 35 to 40% they do not own lands and are again engaged in tenancy farming इसीलिए data is important to plan and provide them with a boost. Next, financialization, a potential trap, CEA. The financialization trap as the dominance of financial markets on policy and macroeconomic outcomes could lead to unprecedented levels of debt in both public and private sectors. Mansi ji, if you could explain the meaning of financialization, क्या मतलब है यहाँ पे इसका?
Financialization is again borrowing the finances, the money, the funds, we can say the credit or the debt. So financialization, again, it has to be done in a planned manner as per the demands, as per the different needs of different sectors. For example, if we are talking more about the renewable energy projects, or when we are talking about creation of more like manufacturing plants for semiconductor chips or for the electric vehicles, or when talking about the defense sector indigenization. So this is one aspect. So it has to be balanced. So we can talk about the debt to GDP ratio over here and the fiscal deficit. So recently also in this 2024-25 budget, we saw government talking more about and focusing more upon the monitoring of the changes or the trends in the debt to GDP ratio instead of only talking about changes in the fiscal deficit, because the debt to GDP ratio is much more appropriate. It is much more broader and more inclusive in terms of tracking a number of sectors. So, for example, we have seen the surge which is happening in India's stock market. So, there we are seeing capitalization of around 140% of the GDP. There is record profitability of the financial sector has given rise. Then we are also seeing the rise of fintech industry, rise of NBFCs. So, we need to be cautious at the same time. We need to just have a look that where are we heading? What are the developments happening? So, the role of RBI, role of SEBI is much more important, like when we're talking about the liquidity coverage ratio, which were implemented in under the Basel III norms of 2007-8. So here RBI is also monitoring about that capital adequacy ratio. It should be maintained at 125%, 125% for the, again, the sector which is we are non-collateralized lending, or which is having much more risk of default and turning into NPA in future. So this is what is being talking about. And also, it would increase the vulnerability of India, or it would increase the volatility when we're depending more upon the external sources of borrowing or external sources of credit. So even that needs to be balanced and kept at its minimum.
Next, Kane's 3,300 crore Gujarat plant is fifth chip unit to get approval. तो अगेन चिप यूनिट की जब हम बात करते हैं सेटअप करने की, तो आउटसोर्स्ड सेमीकंडक्टर असेंबली एंड टेस्ट यूनिट सनंद गुजरात, तो उसमें सेटअप होगी. इट इज द फिफ्थ चिप यूनिट एंड मोस्टली जो है दे आर इन गुजरात इटसेल्फ. जैसे यूएस के जब हम माइक्रोन की बात करते हैं तो उसके साथ भी जो इंटीग्रेशन है that also is in Gujarat itself. And further, when we talk about the Tata Group and Power Chip Semiconductors, PSMC. So when we talk about Tata and Taiwan's की जो company है, उनका integration, that also is one example that we can mention. Other four projects are Micron's ATMP project in Sanand. फिर Assam maybe we have one, and one is in Dholera. These are the major projects, sir. Next, as growth slows, RBI may pivot to rate cuts from October to cutting interest rates. So Reserve Bank of India to start cutting interest rates next month as inflation in the edges lower and economic growth weakens.
So again, यहाँ पे possibility तभी है if we see certain type of, again, indicators showcasing that our GDP growth is slowing down, or like when we are tracking the quarterly numbers. Because जो recent monetary policy committee था उसमें our RBI governor clearly stated that we will not begin with the rate cut cycle until the inflation rate reaches the exact target of 4%. So there is always this trade-off between the inflation rate and the GDP growth rate. So that is why it is much more challenging. Because at the same time, we want inflation also to be at the target level or at the lower level, and GDP growth rate should also increase steadily.
So we can talk about the GDP and interest rates, how they are interlinked. Right to liberty is sacrosanct. SC grants bail to AAP's visionary. the right to liberty under Article 21. It needs to be respected even in cases where stringent provisions are invoked. Next are fintechs unregulated. So when we talk about the fintech sector, how they can be regulated. So major we talk about regulatory sandboxes, which focus on both innovation and also regulation. कि how the privacy and the ethical concerns they are all maintained, or the sustainability of the sector that is still created. So while fintechs do not hold regulatory licenses to manufacture financial products, they partner with incumbent regulated entities. तो लीडरशिप अकाउंटेबिलिटी होना इंपॉर्टेंट है कि कैसे टॉप डाउन अप्रोच है उसका हम यूज कर सकते हैं. कम्युनिकेशन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. कंट्रोल फंक्शंस, ट्रेनिंग और अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स for better corporate governance that becomes important. Risk tolerance framework, how they are managing the business. Co-sourcing of subject matter experts. Manjit, if you can highlight the importance of the fintech sector in India. क्यों
Yes,
इतना
we are
important
already
है?
seeing like how the UPI or RuPay cards is the network has been expanding. Apart from this, we are seeing that fintechs they're revolutionizing the way financial services are being delivered and they are being consumed. For like example, if we're talking about the success of the digitization, success of the e-commerce businesses, so it is somewhere dependent upon the fintech industry also. The ease of payments has increased. The again we can say that flexibility is increased. You can make transfers from anywhere, any place. Like you should have the bare minimum thing that you should have the good connectivity and network and the internet speed. But यहाँ पे we can say that the online transactions, but at the same time, concerns are the cybersecurity risks which are there or the financial frauds which are happening. So that is why we are talking more about the regulation and how it should be properly like regulated. And apart from this, the ease of again the availability of the personal loans or the personal credits or even the micro loans. So these are certain aspects. We'll talk about the IFSC creation, that is the gift city in Gujarat, and the role of NBFCs or even the Paytm wallet or Amazon Pay. So we are having very diversified and different types of players which are entering the market. So hence the regulation is very critical and important.
So management practices, technology stack, or cyber security posture. So when we see the instances of cyber crimes also regarding finance itself, वो भी important हो जाते हैं. Further, where benefit is कि intermediation process है that has gone under transformation when we talk about the transfers. The regulatory licensing, that can be an aspect in terms of financial fintech sector. So what is a bonus issue? The hidden benefits of bonus shares. The bonus issue reduces the price per share, but leaves market capitalization unchanged.
सो उसमें जो
तो
शेयर
bonus
प्राइस होता है वो कम हो जाता है बिकॉज फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ लिखा है रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज, अगर दे हैव अनाउंस्ड कि वो 1 बोनस शेयर इशू करेंगे फॉर एवरी 1 शेयर हेल्ड विच इज हेल्ड बाय द इन्वेस्टर, तो फॉर एग्जांपल वैल्यू हाफ हो जाएगी. तो दैट इज हाउ इट वर्क्स कि आपकी शेयर क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज हो रही है बट शेयर प्राइस या जो बोल रहे हैं कि टोटल वैल्यूएशन मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन दैट वुड रिमेन द सेम बिकॉज प्राइस हम कम कर रहे हैं. तो इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम डिविडेंड. डिविडेंड में क्या होता है, डिविडेंड में प्राइस इंक्रीज होता है आपको. फॉर एग्जांपल वो फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव होता है, शेयर की क्वांटिटी इतनी रहेगी. अगर सपोज डिविडेंड इज ₹2 अनाउंस किया गया है तो ₹2 into the quantity of shares जो आप होल्ड कर रहे हो, that would be the total value of dividend that an investor would be deriving out of this. तो एडवांटेजेस क्या है इसमें, पर्टिकुलरली बोनस शेयर की अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो इट बूस्ट द कॉन्फिडेंस ऑफ इन्वेस्टर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि द कंपनी इज परफॉर्मिंग नाइसली, द फाइनेंशियल्स आर स्टेबल एंड दे आर ग्रोइंग, and it ensures again liquidity in the stock market also and the overall economy. Apart from this, other advantages would be that it would boost more investment in that particular sector also, or in that particular company. It will boost more of employment generation as well. So these are certain things. And बाकी ये ठीक है, we should know the difference between bonus and the dividends.
Next, implementation of regulations is poor. तो क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड अर्बनाइजेशन, ऑन क्लाइमेट जस्टिस की जो हम बात करते हैं, क्या क्या एक्शन प्लान है, क्या क्या रेजिलियंस है, तो रेगुलेशंस का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन यहाँ पे बात हो रही है कि हाउ दैट इज क्रूशियल.
For example, vulnerable areas from the perspective of natural ecology, saving and conservation of the environment. So, for example, हम hot biodiversity hotspots की बात करते हैं, like Western Ghats की बात करते हैं. So that is important given we are seeing the intensity and the frequency of natural disasters, which is increasing in the recent one, as we just saw in Wayanad, the landslide in Kerala. So here we are having the name of the acts like Private Forest Act is there, Reserve Forest Act, Hill Area Development Act. But the effective implementation is important to actually bring a change and conserve and meet the intended objective of these acts. Climate change, when we're talking about green energy transition, proper urban planning and implementation is important. For example, in Chennai, we often always like frequently hear about the urban flooding. Major one occurred in 2015. And then the risk and the vulnerabilities to the coastal areas, to the cities located along the coast is important because of sea level rise and the erosion and more of construction activities on the flood plains. And climate justice is being talked about, that how it is impacting the employment, the labor productivity, the income of the people. So overall, it is impacting the standard of living as well. Then on climate resilience, we're talking about, particularly we can talk about the agriculture sector, firstly, from the perspective of food security. Secondly, we can talk about the energy security sector. Thirdly, we can talk about again the designing and the creation or of the infrastructure creation in the urban planning aspect, because that would help in reducing the impact of the natural disasters in increasing the sustainability of the functioning. On action plans, when we're talking about, so here, like climate change is a long-standing issue. So action plans, making different action plans. So here again, we can talk about the hyper localization of the data in terms of the creation of, for example, we talk about creation of district maps for dealing with the situation of heat waves. So similarly, dealing with the floods, or even we are seeing if particular region is facing more of droughts. So these micro maps is important. Stakeholder participation of community will play important role in terms of planning particularly.
And apart from all these factors, the article mainly highlight kara that is regarding several aspects. Majorly that is city based. जैसे हम बात करते हैं कि जो actual quality of citizen lives है, citizen की जो life होती है, that will determine the societal progress, and that is very much linked with the urban planning. जैसे सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं एयर कंडीशनर्स की यूज की, तो जो एयर कंडीशनर्स हैं वो कितना ज्यादा बाहर हीट रिलीज करते हैं, दैट इज समथिंग टू लुक अपॉन. फर्दर अर्बन फ्लडिंग, अगेन ड्रेनेज से रिलेटेड जो सिस्टम होता है दैट इज नॉट एफिशिएंट मेजरली इन इंडिया एंड cities like Delhi especially.
We can move to the next.
Example, yes, some points are left here. और further जो sea level rise और flooding की हम बात करते हैं, those are also problems in themselves. Okay, there are symptoms of the actual जो climate change हो रहा है उसमें. a specific यहाँ पे जो example that is mentioned here is CAP, that is Climate Action Plan की जो हम बात करते हैं, तो चेन्नई सिटी क्लाइमेट एक्शन प्लान, तो जो चेन्नई की यूनिक ज्योग्राफी है, एज वी टॉक्ड अबाउट द माइक्रो डेटा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्लानिंग की जो हम बात करते हैं, तो अबंडेंट वाटर इन द फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ द ईयर एंड स्कार्सिटी इन द लैटर, तो टाइम के साथ साथ रिसोर्सेज का मैनेजमेंट भी दैट आल्सो बिकम्स इम्पोर्टेंट, तो चेन्नई सिटी क्लाइमेट एक्शन प्लान. Next, NHAI uses software to decongest toll plazas. तो नेशनल हाईवेज अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया, अगेन टोल्स की हम बात करते हैं, यहाँ पे फास्ट टैग एग्जाम्पल हो गया यहाँ पे ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन डिजिटाइजेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ टोल कलेक्टिंग इटसेल्फ. तो इंडियन हाईवेज रियल टाइम मॉनिटरिंग स्टार्ट होएगी और वेटिंग टाइम एट टोल प्लाजाज टू इंश्योर फ्री फ्लो ऑफ ट्रैफिक एंड हैसल फ्री टोलिंग एक्सपीरियंस. तो सॉफ्टवेयर बेस्ड ऑन द ज्योग्राफिक इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम, तो ये इनिशियली डिप्लॉय होएगा, जिससे जिस बाय स्कैनिंग इटसेल्फ द पेमेंट एट दैट कैन बी डन, इससे जो वेटिंग टाइम और जो क्यूज होएगा दैट सिस्टम इट विल बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय दिस. तो सिमिलर फास्टैग की लाइंस पर ही है, बट ये ज्योग्राफिक इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम, इट विल बी ट्रैक्ड ऑन बाय ट्रैवलिंग itself during the travel. तो congestion alert, lane distribution recommendation, तो live status of queue length in meters, total waiting time, vehicle speed. So it will provide all these information, name, location of toll plaza. Gain benefit, geographic information system, Indian Highways Management Company Limited. So it has developed this software. Thank you everyone for joining. We will continue with the next set of important articles in the next session. Thank you.